A handful of 8th grade parents in the Churchville-Chili School District say their kids unknowingly took cannabis-laced gummies, and now the kids are being punished for it in a big way. The parents brought their story to News 10 NBC investigative reporter Jennifer Lukey, who spoke with them and the district about what happened.
Jasmine, Takoya, and Kelly all got a similar call from the nurse at Churchville-Chili Middle School last Friday.
They would like me to pick her up because they was concerned for her health. That was the call that I got. So I'm like, hold on, wait, what?
They were told their kids were high after eating gummies that had THC in them.
He came to my car. He definitely looked out of it. And he immediately told me, like, I did not know that this was, an edible.
The 8th graders all had the same story. A classmate offered what she said was candy and what looked like gummy lifesavers.
Once they consumed it, my son said, it's actually an edible. So the whole transition in name calling changed.
Kelly says her son threw the uneaten part of it to the ground. The school was actually able to find it by pulling the surveillance footage. This is a picture. Jasmine's daughter didn't finish hers either.
And because it tasted funny, I spit it out. I didn't know about it until afterwards.
Not long after the parents picked their kids up, they got a call from the principal. A week of in-school suspension for each student and a superintendent's hearing to determine further discipline.
I'm going to suspend them for an extra 5 days because they partook in taking an illegal substance, even though they didn't know it was. But then they turn around and say it would be different if they said something to them afterwards while they're under influence. You think they coming to you? They went to the nurse's office. Even the person that gave it to them said they didn't say anything until after. But
she's admitted that.
Yes, she has admitted that.
And they've been told she is facing the same discipline as their kids. Superintendent Carmine Peluso tells me the district takes situations involving controlled substances very seriously. And, quote, within the code of conduct, it's clear that a student may be subject to disciplinary action if they engage in any conduct that endangers the safety, health, or welfare of themselves or others. This includes the possession, consumption, sale, distribution, or exchange of illegal substances, including THC, or being under the influence of an illegal substance.
This is a tarnished reputation right now. Our kids' lives are tarnished. They're in activities. My son, he's an honor roll student. He does not deserve this at all.
The parents say they were told if their kids didn't know, they should have.
I have provided snacks to bring for celebrations. So there's no way that you can put that on a kid to say that they shouldn't eat anything from anyone, because if that's the case, then you wouldn't ask parents to bring in, treats.
Each family will get a chance to make their case to an impartial hearing officer who will decide whether any further consequences are necessary.
One of the biggest issues for me is the only person that actually reached out to asked me if my son was okay was when they delivered the suspension letter. Security.
So each family is getting those individual hearings today or tomorrow to determine what's next. Now, Brett, the superintendent tells me he can't talk about individual students, but in this case, it'll be that independent hearing officer that now determines whether they face any further disciplinary action.
I know the schools have a zero tolerance policy, but if the kids truly didn't know it was a weed gummy and they retrieved pieces of it or they spit this out, does that win them any further consideration?
You think it might, but it doesn't appear so. Each district handles these situations a bit differently, at least the initial phase of it. We know of other situations in other districts where people have knowingly had marijuana and faced shorter suspension terms. But in any district, if they want to suspend a student for more than 5 days, they need to have this independent hearing. And the parents are going through those independent hearings right now.
We'll see what happens. All right, Jen, thank you.
Yep.